Hello, hello. Welcome to Time with T. This is a collective reading. Channel and message today. This has been heavy on me for almost 1 week. And I've tried to make time. I didn't make time, and today I'm making time. It's important. And so this isn't related to whether this resonates for you. This isn't related to your zodiac or your placements. This is for everyone. So no matter where you fall in this game wordplay today of life, there will be some message here for you as well. So just take a minute, stay a while. This video will not be too long. You know me, short and sweet, to the point. And I feel the message coming through that way, where I try to meditate for depth or for more, intensity or clarification. It was just like, go sit your ass in front of that camera and let me do what I need to do. And I'm like, all praises to the Most High. So let's get to it, y'all. I'm using a few decks today, but I pulled a few out to be led to specific ones. I saw this happening. I didn't hear all the words that were being channeled, but I saw this message. So let's go, okay? Today is November 26th, 2023. Divine energy, divine source, divine truth. This is the collective reading you've called me to sit for. Whatever this message is, I'm open. I'm excited. All praises to the Most High. Divine feminine energy, creator of all that is. All right, let's go. One more. I felt one more. I'm like, okay, whatever we need to do energetically to get balance. Okay. So this is the Orisha deck. Usually only take a couple of these, one or two, sometimes three. Oof. Yeah, this message is not about to play any games. We have the enslaved prisoner to the Baba Orisha. So Baba Orisha is in reverse. So I'm going to honor that. But let's go with the enslaved prisoner first. I'm so glad I'm doing this because just these two cards are completely in line with what I've been feeling, where my thoughts have been taking me. So let's go. I like to read from the Orisha book. Here's the enslaved prisoner. Someone's chained. They've been left out by the ocean on their own, to their own thoughts, to their own machinations. Slaves with hand and feet tied to a wooden log, several chains locked around them. Nobody shares this person's pain. The punisher is not present either, and the slave's destiny is adrift. Eyes are closed, revealing an inner effort to survive and his mental communication with Olorun, with God, with Source, with divine, trying to connect and ask to be saved, for asking for help and salvation. Hope is based on his knowledge that there is another life beyond this one. Faith is the immortality of the soul. So this person is starting to succumb to the fact that they may not make it. And accepting that death is life. You enter into your original form, your authentic self, not in this avatar, this body, this earth, this program, whatever it is. This card represents a person who has been persecuted because his or her ideas or thinking. A prisoner of ignorant people who may in times name the high deals. They deal out punishment, and some hurt innocent people. The meaning in the upright is you may have been the victim of defamation, gossip, felonies around you. Strengthen yourself. You will need it because your surroundings are exerting pressure on you. You will be subject to unjustified moral, physical, and or spiritual punishment. You are not allowed to be or to do. Loneliness, execution, suffering, everything is hard to attain, sacrificial and difficult at the same time. Laments and hardship, retaliation and binding. That's what life feels like for some right now. And it's not justified. So this card is saying that this isn't justified. So this message is going to give you divine, most high insight into how to change this around for yourself and to share what's going on energetically so you can understand where the imbalance is in order to pivot and change that so that you feel less pressure, you feel free again, okay? Or free if you've never felt free. The Baba Larisha. In what I said, I feel my tongue. It feels like I'm being pulled, like it's being pulled to finish my sentence. Understand that some of what you're experiencing is related to you and your karma. There are things that in your changed self, in your newness, in who you are today, that you have left behind. But have you made amends? Or have you just decided you're a better person and left some things unsaid and uncared for? Yeah, and I'll stop there. Thank you. All praises. You got the Baba Larisha in reverse. The Baba Larisha is like someone with power that can manifest, that can create. All the elements at Baba Larisha, at the Baba Larisha's disposal. It's like the magician, right? A manifestor, a creator, someone with a lot of power. This card is in reverse. So it means that in reverse, some of you have a lack of self-assurance or faith in yourself. Your materialism is prevailing. You're trying to prevent this. Your protection is weak, and as a result of this situation, impulsiveness and incoherence are about to happen. This card represents an individual who plays an important role in life, someone who is a relevant, powerful-minded, but troubled person, uneasiness of spirit, trying to avoid situations. Inability for many are called and few chosen. This may apply to you and or anyone who has already made a consultation on any matter. Lack of experience, egoism, or selfishness. So that's what's going on with some of you too. You're wondering why you can't manifest where you had times where you did feel powerful. And you're trying to understand what happened, right? And what has happened is low vibrational thinking, loss of being a part of the collective in your mentalism, completely selfish. I had someone, this is a good example. I had someone reach out to me recently, and they wanted to explain why they hadn't responded to me when I had asked for help. And I'm like, I'm just disappointed, but hey, don't worry about it. I just understand my position and I understand where I lie for you, where I am, where my placement is in your life. And whereas they could call me anytime and throughout the years and I was there, I showed up and found a way to help them. And they really called me and they were upset that I had feelings about how they ignored me and didn't even respond to tell me, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this. They wanted me to feel only for them. They wanted me, this was an ex, and they wanted me to have compassion for them and their breakup. Like, that is completely insensitive to call someone that you once, I was in love, I don't know about them, and then to tell me about how hard life is because you're going through a breakup. Like, I call anybody else but me, right? So I wasn't very kind, and This person doesn't acknowledge that they're a shitty person in that aspect, and that's not for me to teach them. But that's what this is about. That was an opportunity for that person to really reflect on what they were actually saying to me. It would have been different just to say, hey, I've fallen on hard times, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm on my own now. But it was, I lost everything, and I this, and she this, and this. And it was just not, I'm not the person to share that with the way they shared it. And then I wound up getting called an asshole. And I said, I'll be that for you in your life if that's what you need for me to be. But I could say the same, I won't. Like, where you put your energy is what you're going to recreate in your life, you guys. Right now, energetically, everyone's focused on the chaos. I myself am watching things as they are revealed to us through these world situations. But in me, I'm holding true to what I know. And I know that just and upright is where we are. We are the age of Aquarius. This is the time. And so I am not swayed. I am not tricked. I am not fooled. And neither should you be by what is going on. Karma is playing itself out. And karma is not that bad bitch that people talk about karma as. Karma is reaping what you've sown. And there have been millennials of negative karma, negative situations and laws and bindings put on humanity, and it's time for that to shift. You know, we're going into a new energetic place of oneness where we all do care about how the other feels. And those that don't get in line will be, as they say, left behind. There will be a falling off of those people. And those who transition into the new, we say, dimension in my community, there won't be a remembrance of what we went through. It will be like a new start, a new life. So let me get more into the message. If you're sitting on the pity potty and you're talking about woe is me, and you're not really digging into yourself to say, what do I still need to make amends for? And you might say, if you're religious and hold any religious dogma, you may be saying, oh, I'm forgiven because I prayed for forgiveness. If you really believe that, click off and just continue with dealing with that method. But I'm here to tell you that Most High, all praises, is speaking and channeling this right now, and wants you to know that if you are okay with leaving someone hurt, letting someone down, scheming, hustling, whatever your old self used to do, and you did not connect with the person you hurt to make amends, to make sure you didn't leave some sort of negative, dark energy with them, you didn't cut them up and slice them up and break them down. If you're not going to check and humble yourself and make amends with what you've done, why should you be afforded this forgiveness that you talk about? Because while you're asking and believing you're forgiven, you're leaving someone else in pain. And the whole point of collective, the whole point of oneness, is to not leave each other in pain. It's not to hurt another. It's not to hurt anything. And if so, in being indignant, you think, I prayed, so I'm done, then you have not awakened to true connectedness, to true decency and spirituality. You need to understand energy. You need to understand energy alchemy. We are energetic beings. What we do affects us. What we do to others affects them, which affects us. It all comes back. All praises to the Most High. And you will understand in time that as you make mistakes, as you grow and change, you won't have to go through this period. It feels like a painful laboring, like purgatory, like you're in labor, like you're just hurting and suffering, and you've made so many changes and you don't understand why. You have to shed some things off of your energetic field. You have to fix some things and balance some things out. So if someone is still hurting from you, understand whether they accept your apology, whether they acknowledge, whether they want to talk to you. Write them a letter, an email, send them a text, a voice recording, but your first attempt should be your voice to their ears. But make the attempt and deliver the message of apology, of understanding that you aren't now who you were then and you're glad, But do that, because there is a cycle of pain being recycled back to you because this person is still in pain from what you've done. I don't care if it was 40 years ago. The reason it took so long to catch up to you is because you had to be in the right frame of mind. You had to be feeling good. You had to come up. And then it's like, as soon as you elevated yourself, there was a ball and chain, that enslaved prisoner holding you down because you haven't really cleaned up your full past. You haven't let go of that chain, that ball, the things you did when you were that person. And people are still hurting from 40 years ago. Is that deep? Is that deep? First card's out. Ace of Wands. To the Two of Wands. So you're very much passionate about being a positive influence in life. You're very much, you have things that you want to create for yourself and those around you. Your intentions are good, but there's this thing, right? There's this thing holding you back. Well, the Two of Wands is about change, and it's about having a decision to make. There's still a decision you have to make. There's that ball and chain still holding you up, and that's why your life is misaligned right now. The words that are flowing through right now are intent and integrity. Always know your intent and always operate in integrity. That integrity is going to push you to go back in time and reach out to those people. And you don't have to reintroduce yourself if you don't want that energy in your life. It does not matter who did said what. It matters if you were indignant. It matters if you were abusive. It matters if you were dismissive and whatever else, hurt this person. And the hurts that I'm feeling coming through are malicious. They're mean. They were on purpose. You didn't consider someone else's feelings, those type of things. Like the example that I gave you. And in me, I was offended, but I will say to you that I didn't hold on to it. It wasn't mine to hold on to. I saw what was happening, and I don't have any ill thoughts toward that person. I wish them the best, and I keep moving. I'm not trying to recreate or create any negative results in my life. So I'm very careful with my responses. So you get to that point where you recognize that this might be hurtful to you, but do you want to build yourself some consequences by reacting negatively? Or can you just acknowledge that this person is not in a spiritual place of elevation? Are you strong enough to do that? And are you strong enough to let them be who they are and move on? Because that's what it's calling you to do. That's what's missing in your life right now. We are building, things are energetically, we say karma, but it's universal law. It's all coming back so quickly. There's not a moment. You feel like you don't get a breath before something's thrown back at you, right? Reflected back to you. And that's those lessons. They're coming in quickly. Lessons are showing up. You say or do something and you turn around and bam, there go a lesson. Like you didn't even get a chance to reflect and see if you did right or wrong, right? That's where we are right now. That's the time we're in. Even Earth has accelerated her spin. Like she's rotating quicker. Things are coming about quickly. So it's time for you to catch this message quickly. Ashe. Ashe. So you have a choice to make. And with that choice, 10 of Wands. With that choice, 10 of Wands is about holding heavy burdens. Are you going to release that burden and live passionately, live positively? Let me show you what's on both sides of this choice. It's in reverse in the camera. This is the Ace of Wands. This is your drive, your passion. This is an abundant life. This is a happy life. This is all your goals. You're achieving them. You're hitting the mark. You're hitting the mark. You're satisfied. All praises. You're satisfied in life. Where is it? 2 of Wands. See the crossroads? At a crossroads. 2 of Wands. A decision needs to be made. Here you are satisfied. Here you are carrying burdens. Here's the choice in the middle. So, divine source, divine feminine creator is saying to you right now that you are right. You have done a lot of work. There is celebrating going on for the work that you've done. But you have to come clean. You have to come whole. You have to release the shackles. The enslaved prisoner on the card is imprisoned unjustly, right? And that is your mentalism. It spoke on your mentalism, that you thinking about that. And why am I not able to create anymore like I used to? Why am I? Your choices. Some of you need to go back and fix some things just by offering an apology. Some of you need to really change and let your ego go. There's an egoism there. There's that patriarchal hierarchy in your mind of standing on top of or being on top of versus in your own lane, in your own space, vibrating at your own high frequency and not hurting or affecting anyone. Just moving in line with, you want to be on top of. That there holds a lot of responsibility and a lot of karma. You, all praises. This is all channeled. Your focus is your own frequency, your own lane, and understanding when that energetic wave hits up, it's touching something. When it hits down, it's touching something. So you want to make sure that you are not creating more havoc and chaos in your life. Okay? How do you do that? How do I do that? How do I fix this? Well, you know, one way is to make some amends, right? Some of you need to see your choices. See the burdens. You pick up burdens. You're still in this mindset of you're going to be everybody's savior, right? You trying to be a hero. You trying to be this. You trying to be that. And the whole time, divine creator is trying to work in other people's lives. And you keep interrupting their lives with your way, your will, your ideas, your savior complex, and you're not allowing them to grow. So you're not allowed to create. So that Obatala in reverse, where you can't manifest, you're not creating, things aren't happening the way you want them to, it's because you're not allowing that divine energy. You're not allowing that creator energy to come in, and just as it assists you, just as you believe and have faith in it, They need to learn to have faith in that same source, that same divine creator, but you're acting as if you have to do it, like they can't find that truth the way you found that truth. You have to let people be. They are on a journey just like you, and you're stopping their progress. So guess whose progress is stopped as well? Whose? Yours, beloved. Understand energy, and you set yourself free, and you free others. This life comes with suffering, it's a fact, but it doesn't have to be for a long time. You have to understand energy alchemy. You have to understand you're an energetic being. And that's when you create consistently. Okay? I love y'all. My time's about to run out on here. So I'm going to close this up. 5 cards fell. 5 very intense cards fell. This was beautiful. I hope y'all receive it. If not, you're on your own path. I'm just the messenger. I love you. Love be with you. Peace.